sitting nice and tall, feet can be on the blocks, shoulders back and down. Feel your sit bones on the chair, our hands on the knees, and you're just gonna roll your sit bones, so roll back on your sit bones, as if you're rounding your lower back. Good, can you all feel that? You might feel your abdominal muscles engage. And then we roll forwards on our sit bones. And so that gives us a lift, and you'll feel your lower back arching. So you need to be a little further away from the back of your chair. And then you can maybe place one hand on the belly and one hand just on your lower back. And so we'll do that again. We'll roll back. So as we roll back, you feel your lower back pressing into your back hand. Are you cold, Kim? Would you like me to close the door?
No, fine.
Sure.
Thank you.
So pull back a little more. See if you can pull back a little more. So almost the front hand, the belly is moving away from your front hand. You should feel your core muscles. And then roll up. And your belly now presses into your hand. And then your hips, the back hips, press into your back hand. Does that make sense? Can you feel that? So just roll. We're going to do this standing up as well in a minute. And then roll up. Good. So we're going to go for 10 and up, 9 and up. And gradually you'll feel your hips begin to loosen. It's a great exercise. So what we're doing is the leg bones are staying still, and the pelvis, it's like a bowl. It literally is a round bowl. It has a front and a back, and 2 holes in the middle and a big hole at the top. And the 2 holes in either side are where the thigh bones are attached to it. So we're keeping the thigh bones still, and we're moving just the pelvis. So are you struggling? So find your bottom,
Yeah.
and literally just roll back on your bottom. Roll back and forwards on your bottom. So if I turn sideways and show you, and watch my hips. So we roll back and then roll up. So I'm not moving on the chair. I'm not sliding forwards and backwards on the chair, but my skin is moving. The bones inside are moving. Can you all feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. And we're going to add a little bit extra movement into that. So as we come forwards in your chair, so you've got plenty of space to move behind you. As we now curl the bottom under, we can begin to push the rest of the chest back. So you're rounding your back, your shoulders come forwards, and we can just drop our heads. So again, if I turn sideways, you can just lift your chin slightly and have a look. You feel as if you're curling your back into a round curve. And then we go the reverse action. So we roll forwards on our sit bones. We get that curve in the lower back, and we continue to move. So your chest now comes forwards and up. Squeeze the shoulders back and just lift your chin. Look at a space where the ceiling and the wall meet. So now you feel like your spine has curved in the other way. So again, breathing out, we lift the head forwards, we begin to roll back on our sit bones, lower back pushes out, and we take that movement higher up the spine, push the upper ribs out, shoulders forwards, chin down. Hug your tummy muscles in. Imagine that you're hugging your ribs in, hugging your heart in. So we're all at different places. Can we all come back to this rounded position? So we're hugging in, hugging in. You're looking down. You feel like you can look down through your belly button. You're looking down into your heart space. Good. And then from here, we roll the sit bones forwards, sticking your bottom, your tailbone out, lifting the chest forwards and back. Pull your shoulders back, lift your chin, lift your gaze. Look at where the wall and the ceiling meet. So there's movement in the whole spine. Can you feel that your whole spine is curved? If you think about the letter C, we sort of pull the ends of the C back on itself. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good. We breathe out, we begin to roll the head forwards, we begin to turn the pelvis forward, push the back body out, hug the ribs, hug the heart, hug the belly, head down. So now if you think of that C shape, we've curved it back into its natural shape. Good, so we're going to do this 3 times with the breath. Breathe in, roll up, shoulders back and down. Good. Breathe out, roll forwards. Feel your pelvis moving as well. So you're rocking to and fro on your sit bones. Breathe in, opening, expanding. Feel able to take a deeper breath in and breathe out. Letting the breath go, hugging your heart in, hugging your belly button in, rounding your back. Maybe feel a stretch across the backs of your shoulders. And one more time, reaching up and stretch. Good. And breathing out, rounding. Good. And then coming back to an upright position. So again, we reinstate, when we sit upright, we reinstate the natural curves in the back. Let's bring the hands forwards. Good. We're going to take the left hand out to the side. Good. As far back as you can. So you feel the stretch, not moving the body just yet, but your ribs will turn a little, but we're not purposefully turning. You're just pulling your hand back. So you get a big stretch in your armpit. Good. And then bring your arms slowly forwards. And we'll take the other arm. So opening the arm, keep your gaze with your front hand, your left hand, and take the right hand back, back, back into space. And then come back. Good. And let's do that one more time on each side. So palms together, keep your gaze with your right hand as your left arm goes back into space. Gaze with the right hand and then coming back. Good. Gaze with the left hand as we move the right hand out to the side, as far back as we can. Good. And then come back. Good. So now we open both the hands out to the side. Don't mind your neighbour. One go above, one go below. And squeeze your shoulder blades back. Feel your shoulder blades squeezing back. Good. Can you all feel that? And then from here, lift your arms up. Feel your shoulder blades slide up. Still squeezing. And then bring your arms down. Feel your shoulder blades squeezing like wings. You should feel them meeting in the middle of your back. Can you feel that? Good. One more time. Letting the shoulder blades naturally slide up as we take the hands up. And then as we bring the arms down, the shoulder blades squeeze together. Your armpits are stretched open. Stretch through your fingers. And then release the arms down. Good. And you might feel that in your shoulders. Feel free to give yourself a little massage. There's no need to punish ourselves. We work hard, but then we also need to, when we have our rest, just to Yeah, take it easy. Good. So from here, let's side bend. So hands down to the side. And we breathe in nice and tall, that natural curve in the spine. As we breathe out, we go over to the right, to your right. Good. And then back up. As you breathe out, over to the other side. So just getting used to opening up the body. Imagine that you've got a pane of glass in front of your body, a pane of glass just behind your head, and that we're moving sideways, in between, we're sandwiched. So we can't come forwards, we can't lean back, we go pure sideways. You feel a stretch through the opposite side of your ribs. So moving with your breath, inhaling to come back to the center, exhaling, breathing out to go over to the side. Good. We'll go one more time. Just flowing like the leaves of a palm tree, swaying from side to side in a gentle breeze. Good. And then as you come back up, bring the hands on your knees, kneecaps, and the action that we did earlier, tucking the tailbone under and dropping our head, we're going to do that same action. So we drop the head and we think about curling our tailbone under and just rolling the body down. So keep the eyes open and slowly let your forehead come down towards your knees. So rounding the spine. Think about almost curling yourself up into a ball. Good. So we're curling all the way down. Good. I want you to relax your shoulders. Everybody just move, wriggle your shoulders, wriggle your arms. There should be no tension in your arms. Your arms are just resting. You might find it helpful just to release your arms by your side and let them dangle down in gravity. Think about hugging your ribs in, hugging your heart in. And then slowly begin to roll back up. Imagine you're stacking building blocks, one on top of the other, starting at the bottom and all the way to the top. Lift your head up last. Good. All okay? Hands to the heart center. Bring the knees together and squeeze them together. In fact, let's take a block. So at home, if you don't have a block, you might use a cushion, or you can simply be aware of squeezing the knees together. Why I want you to squeeze the knees together is because sometimes when we do this, the knees fall apart and we're not using the leg muscles. And I want to use the leg muscles. So having a block or a cushion means that we can squeeze, because if we're not squeezing, then the block falls away, the cushion will fall away. So I want you to actively squeeze in. Spine is long. We bring the hands to the heart center. So this time we're going to rotate. We keep the thumbs glued and we're going to rotate the body. So the movement is going to come from about here, from the middle of your body. So sit nice and tall. And then as we breathe out, turn to your left. Good. And then as we breathe in, come back to the center. As you breathe out, turn to your right. As you breathe into the center. And as we keep going, again, flowing with the breath, feel that each time you go over, that you can go a little further. So Diane, just keep your thumbs glued to your chest, the center of your chest. Push your block down a little bit if it's getting in the way. That's it. Good. Good. Let your head follow as well. Coming back to the center. So we're going to go over another one time on each side. Over to the left. Each time we go a little bit further. And back to the center. Then over to the left again. And then back to the center. And over to the right. Keep your facial muscles relaxed. Smile. It's supposed to be fun. And then come back to the center. Good. And release the hands. You can feel the stretch in your body. So from here, we're going to go back to our side bend. So we're moving the spine in all its many ways. So we're going to take a twist and a side bend together. It's easy, we've done it before. So breathe in nice and tall. Squeeze your block. We're going to go over to the right first. That palm tree once again. Use your right hand to maybe just support yourself. Hold on to some part of the chair. So hold on with your right hand. Good. The left hand goes up. And you feel that stretch in the left side of the body. We let the arm pause at the top. So see what I mean about legs, muscles working? If we let go, the block will just slip. So we actively have to push the block in. So I want you to reach your fingers up towards the ceiling, as if you're reaching for some high object. Sometimes we have to climb on a ladder or a chair to reach for a light bulb. Maybe just have a go at circling your wrist, twisting your wrist, like we're really trying to change a light bulb. Feel that movement down the whole arm. So you see how we might do this kind of movement when we're trying to change a light bulb. Now keep your hand up, palm facing forward, and we'll take a little rotation. So this arm, the top arm, moves back into space. You rotate your ribs up. Maybe look upwards towards the ceiling. We're just going to stay here for 3 counts. So 1, breathe, 2, breathe, 3, and then lower your arm down and let your body come back to the center. That was okay for everybody? Hands back to the hips. We're going to do a roll forward. So chin in, shoulders forward. Just let your forehead move towards your knees, coming as far as you can. Hug your tummy muscles in. Imagine that you're hugging your heart in. I want your arms to be relaxed and soft. So if you feel more comfortable to release your arms down, that's fine. Notice how much more movement you've got in your back now. Maybe you're coming a little further forwards than you did before. Good. And then gently restack your building blocks, one on top of the other, coming back up. Good. And as you come back up, we'll side bend to the left. So once again, imagining that pane of glass. So we're neither tipping forwards nor tipping back, just a pure side bend. Use your left hand on the chair leg to support you. What we don't want to do is to topple over. We don't want to have this feeling of toppling over. So just holding onto the chair. Right hand reaches out and up. Good. Reach it up. So imagine you're reaching for your high light bulb, and then give your wrist a little circle. Imagine you're changing this light bulb. Good. You have to look up to see where it is, so gaze is up towards the ceiling. Good. And then palm to face the front, reaching those fingers up, opening through the right side of the body. Now as you breathe out, just let your arm just move back into space. It might just go a tiny way. And you know what? It might not go at all, but you have a feeling of it moving back. pause, breathe in, breathe out. Maybe it can go a little further back. If you feel it, you feel the tension in your ribs, you feel it maybe in your back, just breathe. We're going to be here just for 3 counts. For 1, breathing. For 2, breathing. For 3, and then let your arms float back to the earth as your head floats back to the center. And once again, we'll curl the spine in. So chin drops down, shoulders are relaxed, hugging your tummy muscles in, hugging your heart in, and bringing your forehead towards the thighs. And again, you might notice that you've got a bit more movement. Good. And then slowly restacking your building blocks, lifting back up, uncurling. So the last thing to lift up would be your head. Okay. Then you can undo, release your block. Now if you all turn to your left, let's see if this works. So we're going to turn, just swivel on our chair to the left. So we're sitting sideways on the chair. We're all facing the left, right? Now I want you to take your both hands, right hand to the right corner of the chair, left hand to the left corner of the chair, and notice what happens. Your ribs turn towards, some of you the window, some of you the wall, right? So now I want you to use your hands as an anchor on your chair and draw your ribs round even more. So you're pretty much looking behind your chair. Stay here and breathe. Think of the crown of your head lifting and the breath spiraling around your spine. And I want you to relax your shoulders. Good. So shoulders relax. Almost as if you're turning your ribs, your chest, into the back of your chair. Good, just relax that shoulder. Everyone okay? Good. One more breath in here. So breath spiraling up your body, up the spine. And then as you breathe out gently, let your body come back to face your front. And then we're going to swivel around to the other side. So facing our right, the back of the chair is against the right ribs. The left hand goes to the left side of the chair, the right arm goes to the right side. So already there's a little rotation in the body, and I want you to hold onto the chair, use that as an anchor to further turn your ribs. So we've done a couple of rib openings already, so you should feel quite good now. And it's almost as if your ribs is facing the back of your chair. And then all of you consciously roll your shoulders back and down. So relax your shoulders. I came round and helped you. And we know that we hunch the shoulders up. So I want you to consciously relax the shoulders and feel the breath spiraling up from the tailbone, up towards the crown of the head, and back down again. And then taking one more breath. Maybe you can turn a little bit more. Just see if there's any give in your body. You'll feel it. I'm not looking to see the movement, but it's an internal movement that you'll feel. Just a gentle pull and release. When you come to the end of your next out breath, release your hands and slowly bring your body back to your front. And then swivel all the way back. And we'll do one quick roll down again just to release, so counterbalance. Chin drops, shoulders drop, roll your body forwards. Forehead coming down towards the knees, hug your tummy in, hug your heart in. And then roll back up when you're ready to breathe in. Good. So, upper body feels good now. Yeah? Ready to do some leg work? Stretch the legs out. Okay, so come to the edge of your chair so that we can have this ability to completely straighten the backs of the knees. So really just bring your bottom right to the edge of the chair. So then we can really stretch our legs and pull the toes in. As you pull the toes in, push the heels away. So you should feel a nice calf stretch now. Okay? Spine nice and tall, nose sagging down. So almost as if you're forwards on your sit bones, that very first movement that we did, where we lift the sit bones sort of up and tilt them back. So holding that, you can always hold onto the side of your chair for support. Toes pulling in, heels pushing away. So I want your legs to be nice and straight, Seema. That's it, good. Now you can feel the stretch, yeah? Good. And from here, it's as if we're doing a wave, rolling across your heels. Little toe sides, moving towards the floor. See how far you can go. You'll feel the movement in your knees. You'll feel your knees rotate. You might even feel your whole hips rotate. As if you're trying to turn sideways on your hips, but we can't because we're sitting down. Okay, somebody's hungry. Okay, and then come back to this, no, don't come back to the center. Go to the other side and then we'll circle them. Nice full big circles. Really remember to pull the toes up as far over to the side as you can, all the way down, as far over to the other side, and then back up and pause. And then we'll go to the other side. So getting maximum movement out of your ankles. See if you can slow it down a little bit. Make the movement bigger and smaller. Maybe we spoke about this last week, but the more slowly we move, the more muscle fibers we activate. So come back to the center and then bend your knees. Good. Just going to take a full body. We're going to take the left leg out and in, right leg out. So just tapping the toe, you might tap the toe, you might tap the heel, whatever feels good for you. Good, that's okay for everybody? We'll add in the hands, bring the hands to the shoulders and out with the legs, same direction as the leg. Good. 2 more on each side. Breathe in, breathe out. Find a rhythm, find a flow, like we're doing cha-cha-cha. Good. And now, leg goes out, arms go the other way. And in. Go.
I haven't got the coordination.
We get into a flow. You just be with yourself. Good. Keep your movements clean. That's why we practice one element at a time. Good. And pause. Push the hands forwards, fingers up. Good. Feet firmly on the floor, spine nice and long, and then flip the fingers down. Good. Pull your fingers as if towards your armpits. So not just hanging there, these are hanging fingers. These are active hands. Stretch the fingers. You want to feel the pull up here, you want to feel the pull underneath here. Flip the hands up, push the heels away. Again, you'll feel the pull at the top of your palms. Push, 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 like you're pushing for your dear life. Good. And then wave, side to side. Just at the wrists. Right. You want to feel it in your forearms. Elbows are straight. Tell me when you feel it. Yes? Nobody can feel it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Only I can feel it.
Yeah.
Good. And then pause. Good. And one more time. Fingers to the floor. Imagine you're reaching towards your armpits to give yourself a tickle. Good. And then release. Shake out the wrists. Good. That was a little sneaky one. Hold on to the chair for support. Gonna take one leg out and in, other leg out and in. So there's an extension at the knee and there's a little extension at the hip. So a knee and hip. All right, so we got this movement. Hands by your side. So you can start left leg, you can do left arm, we can start same leg, same arm, but then you know that we're going to move on to the opposite side. Okay, so we got this. This is easy, yes? So try not to lean back, we stay upright, we just extend the leg, the arm and the leg move as one. Okay, so just find a little flow, nice and slowly. So whatever you're doing, try and slow it down a little bit. Like we're bionic women and men. Good. So you got your rhythm. Pause. Now think. Just settle this into your brain. You're going to move opposite arm, opposite leg. So if you're going to move the right leg, it's the left arm that's going to move. So just think about your right leg. Think about where your left arm is. And move it. And down. And now think about the left leg and right arm. And move it. And down. And continue. Good. So when we think about it, when we move, because it's the right side of the brain that controls the left leg and the left side of the brain that controls the right side. So control the movements.
Don't stop.
Good, just keep going. So we're marching, we're pretty much marching. Good, and pause. So let's just walk on the spot, right? We're walking on the spot. When we walk, do you notice how you walk? Yeah? We're not running, we're just walking. Nice, really strong. Sorry, he's obviously walking something. Yeah, postman, yeah. All right, all right. So we're just walking leisurely in the park. When we walk, we swing our arms. And if you notice, next time you go out for a walk, that our arms move opposite to the legs. It's just a natural thing. But we don't necessarily notice this, right? Feels okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Is that how you walk, Diane? Do you march along?
Dora.
I'm trying to think what I'm doing. I've got no coordination. Probably walking, aren't we?
So just walking along. And so, good. Do you march along like that? Is that how you walk? Diane, just a gentle stroll. That's what we need to do. And doing this, gets enough of the heart working. You think, oh, you need to go to a class. I'm selling myself out here, but just sit on a chair and do this. Okay? And then relax. So we do move opposite sides of the body all the time. So when we think about it consciously, it makes it that much more challenging. So it's good to move by thinking about it, focus. So feet a little bit apart. Now we're going to stand up, lean forward. Actually, what we're not going to do is stand up just yet. So we're going to have the feet apart. We spoke about rolling, so we did this rolling action. That movement comes in the whole of the spine. This action of coming forwards is we're going to keep the spine nice and long. So you're bending at your hips. So I said the legs are attached to the hips, to the pelvis. So now we're going to keep the pelvis still and move the spine, the bottom of the spine, which is attached to the back of the pelvis. Right? So you've got two attachments. You've got the legs that are attached to the pelvis. The pelvis is a bowl of a bone. It has a front, it has a back, two holes for the legs. And then at the back is where our spine attaches to it. So earlier we rolled forwards, we moved our sit bones forwards and backwards. Now we're going to move the spine, but we're going to keep the spine long and in its natural curves. So take your fingers, your thumb and your fingers, and find that crease where your body naturally bends. Shoulders relax, no shoulders up here, so shoulders relax. And just tip forwards with the nose. Imagine you're being pulled by your nose. So come a little way, pause, breathe in, come a little bit more forwards, pause, and now you should find maybe your finger is squashed in that space. Yeah? Good. So just keep it there for a moment, breathe in, and then breathe out. See if you can come a little further. And you might say, oh, my tummy's bulging out. But we know that when we breathe out, we pull the tummy muscles in towards the back of the waist. So take a breath out when you're ready and pull your tummy muscles in towards the back of your waist, and then see if you can come a little bit further forwards. Good. So the back is nice and long, the nose is now pointing towards the floor. As we begin to breathe in, we can reverse that movement. So we just lift the whole body little by little in a nice long straight line, and we come back. So where did you feel that stretch?
Up here.
You felt it there? Good. Where did you feel? Same? Somebody must have felt it somewhere else.
We felt it in the back.
In the back, good. That's where you want to feel it. So just keep the fingers here just so you can feel that's where the bend is coming from. Breathe in and then tip forwards. Keep the spine long. You're leading with your nose, yes? And then when you find that your fingers are squashed, just release them. You can rest your hands on your lap. You can let your hands slide down your legs. Breathe out, tummy muscles pull in, and we can come further and further forward so that your ribs land on your thighs. Good. And you should feel a nice long stretch in your back. Head is lifted, so the head hasn't dropped down. Your nose is pointing towards the floor. Good. Everyone okay? Good. Now, just for fun of it, we're going to release our hands and take them back. Stretch them back. As you stretch them back, lift them up. As you lift them up, feel your shoulder blades squeezing into the middle of your back. Yes?
Yeah.
Good. Now imagine you're pulling your hands together. Some of you might be able to bring your palms together and interlace your fingers behind your back. And if you can't, then you imagine that there's a magnet attached to your left hand, a magnet attached to your right hand, and they're pulling your hands together. Yes? Good. And hold. And then release the magnets, release your interlace. Let your hands float back towards the floor and let them continue to move forwards. Good. And then bring them back to the floor. And then we're going to inhale. Feel the muscles in your back engage. Feel your tummy muscles draw in to lift you up in a nice, long, straight line. Good. Bring your feet a little together, a little bit further apart. That's it. And we're going to stand up. So, ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Tummy muscles strong. Press into the floor. We lean forwards just like we did. Hands can be on the knees. Hands can be forwards. Hands can be on your hips. Whatever feels great for you. We're going to lift the bottom from the chair. And then we're going to push into the heels and stand up. Okay? Good. So we're going to bend the knees. Take your bottom back. Reach your hands behind you. Find your chair and touch your bottom down. So all of those movements that we've done sitting down, we lean forwards. We press into the feet. We lift up. Press into the feet, we straighten up. Okay, back is long. Now as we bend the knees, that action that we did a minute ago when we were sitting down and folding forwards and taking our hands behind us, that's the action. Understand? So simply bend the knees first, and then tip forwards and reach your hands behind you. Good. And you'll find that your bottom naturally goes back. You can find the chair. We've been in this position before, and then we lift up. Where did you feel that? Thighs and maybe the back. Okay. So one more time. Lean forwards.
And
Core muscles are working, yeah. So tummy pulls in and up. So that's what gives you the power. Press into the feet, lean forwards, lift the bottom, and then push into your legs, heels on the floor, and stand up. You'll find that your bottom comes in. Okay? Hands on the hips. So when we were sitting down, the first thing we did was the hip rolls, and I said we'll do it when we stand up. So it's the same action. You can either keep your hands on the hips and you might feel it. We'll push the bottom back and then we'll curl the bottom under. We'll push the bottom back and we'll curl the bottom under. So it's a Saturday night fever type movement. Back and curl in. When you curl in, feel your tummy muscles pull in. And then back. And then pulling. So just the hips, just the pelvis is moving. You might like to try it with one hand on front and one hand behind, just like we did again. So here is the backwards movement. The hips press into the back of the hand. And then we curl the tailbone under, we roll under, and it's your lower tummy that pushes into your hand. And then again. Good. So just keep going, have a little look. I'm going to feel just the hips moving. And I want you to practice this at home in front of the mirror every time you come out of the shower or bath. So, stop. So what I'm seeing there is this sort of rocking, not that, just the hip. It's a small movement to begin with. This is really great for women to give us bladder control with practice. It strengthens the muscles. So come to standing, practice this at home every day, 30 seconds. Build it up to 1 minute, and I promise you, within a month, if you do it, you'll get really strong core muscles. Okay? So, release the hands. So we know that the hips can move forwards and backwards, but the hips can also move side to side. So we're going to bump the hips to the left, and then bump the hips to the right. So, good. You got it? So the other way we might do it is we might do this. We move the body, but I don't really want to move the body. All I want to do is to keep the shoulders still and just bump the hips.
Yeah.
They're trying to move parts of the body in isolation. We don't think about these things, and this is when we get that stiffness in the hips. That's what makes us not able to walk properly, not able to run, not able to stand out, get out of bed, get up off the toilet. We need to have flexibility in all of our joints. Okay, and now pause, and we combine those movements, forwards and backwards, side to side. So hip circles. Just feel it. Doesn't have to look perfect. Maybe your knees are straight, maybe they're bent. I prefer my knees to be a little bent, but you're oiling the joints, and then see if you can pause and then reverse. Okay, good. So now we're going to do our movements standing up from a place of strength. So let's step behind the chair. I want everyone to turn so that you've got your left hand against the chair. Left hand against the chair.
Sorry, I'm not the only one with a good coordination.
So we're going to bring the feet together. Shoulders back and down. Head is above the shoulders. Shoulders are above the hips. Hips are above the knees, and knees are above the ankles. So feel that line down your body. Left hand is on the chair. Bring your right hand to your right hip. As you breathe out, I want you to bend your left elbow and let your left shoulder follow you down. So you're dipping your left shoulder towards the top of the chair. Good. Now from here, exaggerate this side bend by pushing your hips out to the right and see if you can bend a little lower. Good. Stay where you are. Push your right hip out. Push your right hip out and breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then see if you can release your right hand and take it up like you're creating a rainbow over your head. Good. And then keep circling the arm. The arm comes down in front of your face, in front of your body, and back out to the side. So we're taking another rainbow arc above your head, and then continuing to circle that arm all the way down in front of your face, in front of your body. And one more. Good. And then next time your arm comes down, bring your hand back to your right hip. Push your right hip out a little bit more. See if your left shoulder will dip down a little bit more. Bend your left elbow. And then breathe in and press yourself back up. Good. And then spiral round to the right side. So your right hand is on the chair. We do the same action. Breathe in. It's that central line. Your body is in a straight line. As you breathe out, left hand to the left hip. and bend to the right. So you're bending towards the top of the chair. Let your right arm be soft. Bend the elbow as much as you need to. And then I want you to exaggerate that side bend by pushing your left hip out. You should feel a lovely big stretch through the side of your body. Continue to breathe. Just breathe in and out at your measure. And then we'll take the left arm out to the side and up as if we're painting a rainbow over our head. Let your left fingers circle down in front of your face, in front of your body, and back out to the side. Keep pressing that left hip out. So each time your arm goes over your head, you feel a big, big stretch in your side body. 3 circles, and then once your left arm is down by your side, pause, press your hip out again, and then gently release and bring your body to the upright. Okay, feel longer now, hopefully. Come to the back of your chair, feet hip distance apart. Let's just check the time. It's already, we'll just finish off here. So we'll lift the heels. Good. Shoulders back. Good. And then we'll stretch the heels back down to the earth. As the heels touch down, bend the knees. Dr. Ambi, do you remember what I said about your heels? Good. Bend the knees. And then push up and lift the toes. Lift the heels, sorry. Good. Maybe release one hand. Bring the hand back. Maybe release the other hand. Bring the hand back. And again, you might release one hand. Find your focus, find your breath. Maybe you can release the other hand. Good, amazing. Good. And when you feel like you've had enough, bring your hands back and lower your heels and bend the knees. As you bend your knees, release your hands. Shoulder shrugs. Bend your knees a little more. Hands to the hips. I'm going to move my chair out of the way just so that you can see. So you're all in front of your chair. In fact, I'll turn sideways so you can all see. So you're all in front of the chair. Knees are bent, hands are on the hips. Find that crease where your legs and body meet. And tuck your finger into that crease. Okay? And we bend at the hips. So the spine stays long. We're being pulled forwards by the nose. We go a quarter. We pause. We breathe in. We breathe out. Tummy muscles pull in. We bend the knees a little more. We go forwards a little more. Bottom goes out behind you. We pause. We breathe in. Lengthen the spine. We breathe out. Tummy muscles pull in. We bend the knees. We go a little further forwards. You might find that your chin can touch the top of the chair. Maybe it doesn't, and that's also fine. Good. I want deep knee bends. Good. Breathe in, gently pull away from the chair. In that reverse action to how we came down, we lift a little more. Body comes to the upright, and then we press into the feet, and we stand up, back into our straight line. So release your hands from your hips, and we'll just completely release out of that by taking a twist. You might want to just push your chairs a little forward so that there's space and you're not going to bend your arms. That's it, we don't need the chairs. We're just going to begin to swing the arms, swing the body. This is our final releasing. Now let your arms be floppy and then just circle. Feel that your hips can move, your knees can move. So, Seema, just let those arms be floppy. Seema. Seema, let your arms be floppy. So at the moment I'm seeing this sort of movement. Let the arms go. Let your body just flow. Good. This is a great action for releasing any held tension in our body, when it's quite often used in classes where they do a lot of energy work. Good. We don't have to move fast, we just move slowly. Good. Just for a few more seconds, 10 more seconds. Good. Maybe your arms just swing and they'll just tap your body as you go around. Good. Head moves. Feel your head move freely on top of your neck. Good. And then slowly think about slowing the movement down, making the movement smaller, and then come back to the center. Good. Fantastic. And then come and sit down again. Close our practice. So we've moved the spine. We've hopefully created some space within the body. And I just want to finish the practice by grounding down. So we've raised the energy through all of these things that we've done. And I want to just bring us back down to the ground. So feet on the floor, wriggle the toes, maybe they're on a block. And I just want to do what we call we do it anyway in our classes, but the B breath. So it's simply breathing in with the mouth soft. You're going to hum the breath out. Keep the eyes open. So just breathing in and then hum. And then bring your thumbs and just, you've got flaps on the outside of your ears. Just use your thumbs to not push but gently just close the whole of the ear. No, not down here. Thumbs, use your thumbs. Can you feel the flaps? So you just close the ear holes. I know you can do all of that, but we're not. I mean, if you want to do it, you can. Yeah. Yeah. And then try humming now. So breathe in and hum. And when you're finished, take one more breath. And release your hands. Bring your hands to your heart center and just close your eyes and be with your own personal vibrations. Feel your shoulders relaxed. Your back is long, strong and supportive. Your hips can move like silk fabric. Your legs are strong and firm. Your feet able to move and guide. Your jaw is soft teeth are unclenched. You feel balanced and centered. We bow our forehead towards our fingertips. Maybe bring the body forward, so once again hinging at the hips. And bring the body forwards, as if to ground our practice and close our practice with grace and with gratitude. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Good. Lovely day now. You can all enjoy it. Hopefully feeling a bit more fluid.
The energetic.
Energetic, yes. Would you like to stay for a cup of tea?
Oh, would you please?